So on today's segment of What's on the Plate, I will be making some biscuits and gravy. And yes, I'll be doing my biscuits on the pits. Like I say, everything I'm doing, I've never been done before. This is my first time. So I will see you back here in about 15 minutes. Okay, I now have my cast iron skillet on the pit getting hot so that I can put my biscuits in. And get my pan sausage down so they can cook a little bit so I can get the fat for my biscuits. Taking my pan sausage off the skillet and put them off to the side, not directly over the heat, so they can still cook and get some smoke. I put my biscuits in the pan, not directly over the heat, over the fire, but over the heat so that they can cook. I'm going to close it and check back every 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes. My biscuits are cooking great. I don't want them to burn so much, so I'm going to move them not so much over the heat so that they can finish cooking. Then I will make my gravy. So I'm taking my biscuits and my pan sausage off of the pits. It turned out all right. I think they would be better if I had some butter. I have to remember that next time. So now I'm ready to add my sausage back to my pan so that I can brown it for my gravy. See, I've started a little bit of fire, but I used some cooking oil instead of the lighter fluid because I don't have to wait for the oil to burn off and my food won't taste like lighter fluid. So my skillet is nice and hot, I hope. Well, as you can see, this isn't working so great. So I'm going to add a little bit of water to my meat and some fresh cracked sea salt because I'm adding the water so I can add flavor back to the meat since it's all stuck together. So I've added the water and the fresh cracked salt. I'm going to continue to work with it to break it apart. Okay, I'm finding out with something like this, you have to find the hot spots on the pit in order to cook your meat once you get it all broken apart. See, that sizzle means brownness, and brownness means flavor. I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit more sea salt because I didn't season my gravy. It was store-bought. Okay, so I'm going to add my gravy to my sausage. Like I said, it was store-bought gravy, and I put it in a half a bottle of water because I am on the ranch, and you should use bottled water on the ranch if you do not know anything about the water filtration system. So I've added my gravy to my sausage. I'm going to let this cook slowly to thicken up a little bit while I walk inside to get the black pepper. So I'm going to close the lid on it so it doesn't catch fire and thickens up too much while I'm gone. Damn it, I went in there to get the god dang it on pepper, but I forgot. I got a Bud Light instead. So I'll be right back because when I add some water to loosen it up, I need to have some salt and pepper to re-season it, because every time you add water to something, you need to re-season it to make sure everything has flavor. So I went in and got my peppers. I got some fresh ground black pepper and sea salt. And I got my biscuits and sausage on there to warm. And I got me a hamburger bun and a piece of toast, because if you don't have biscuits, you can always use a hamburger bun, a piece of toast, or a hot dog bun, whatever you have, because you know you may be camping or something. You can't take biscuits. So, and that is called shit on a shingle, but I will show you that after it's done. So I am tasting as I go. So I add a little bit more sea salt and fresh cracked black pepper and toasting my bread. I like to toast mine on both sides so it's nice and crunchy. It can stand up to the gravy. And it will be time to eat soon. Okay, as you can see that I have a piece of the hamburger bun, a piece of toast, and a biscuit. This we're gonna call shit on the shingle. Really?
Country eating.
I guess Christopher's enjoying it. Turned out pretty good, if I should say so myself, for the first time on up here.
That's good.
And like I said, I will be showing you how to clean up the cast iron skillet at the end of this video, because it's not very hard at all.
I never tried it, but it's good.
Okay, this is what's left of 10 biscuits, 1 hamburger bun, and a piece of toast. 1 pan sausage, 1 biscuit, little biscuits and gravy, and a half a bun. So, it turned out pretty damn good. The men enjoyed it. And now to show you how to clean a cast iron skillet if you're somewhere and you don't have running water source. So I just added a little bit of water, what I had left from making the gravy, and I'm going to swish it around in the pan. So I'm just going to take my rag that I use cooking and opening up the pit with to wipe out the excess gravy in the pan. So you wipe out as much as you can with the dirty rag that you've used already that you're going to toss away. And if you have another one, use that too. I'm using some paper towels. And then just pour a little bit more water in it and wipe it off just a very little bit because you don't want to take the oils away from the pan.